So welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of Pride. That's generally what we're calling this campaign. It deals with the Runelords and Thassalons. Fuck it, it works. In our...
Oh, I get it.
Because the Runelord of Pride is supposed to be the main antagonist of Revenge of the Runelords, get it?
I do that every session. I'm like, I don't... I guess he's just trying to be funny. No, I get it now. Okay, continue.
There theoretically is a reasoning behind the things I do. You can't claim it to be good, but...
I see.
In our last session, our group of adventurers had spent some time exploring the small port town of Iron Harbor, trying to uncover the oddities they've been finding, what exactly is going on. And after a chance, maybe, encounter at the local landmark Rusthenge with a group of cultists to a dead demon god, and Elder Ordwy of Osprey Cove not appearing at the designated time to converse with one another on what you've discovered, you decided to breach Stonehome yourself and figure out the situation. Making your way through the underwater stream, up through the well, getting stabbed by rusty spikes in the entrance hallway. Who puts that kind of trap in their town hall, please? And hiding for some time to treat your wounds. You were challenged upon your reappearance by some guards from the upper balcony, but still decided to make your way in anyways, where you quickly dispatched a few of the Tovanite and Zuriel worshippers that were present, and were perhaps somewhat surprised by the lackluster response to your breaking into an important building and the few people around, which your questions ended up being perhaps answered to some extent when you awoke those you had battled and further spoke with the smith Trigg, who was captured and basically being held here and forced to work. You learned that the Thessalonian merchant who arrived on the ship the Swordfish was named Mythic, and after he arrived, he spoke with Lord Nur Ragnulf in private for about a day, and when they came out, they gathered all of the worshippers in Stonehome, told them that they were declaring war on Osprey Cove and subjugating the rest of Chakakoth Isle, but also that there was a sickness amongst their ranks, which Mythic had the ability to expose and make publicly known. Whether he was actually making an already existing sickness known or directly causing the sickness is unknown, but up for realistic debate and interpretation. But as numerous individuals began to show immediate signs of that rusting of their skin and equipment that you have seen on others and on a few of yourselves by now, Mythic and Lord Ragnulf declared them blasphemers and had them killed in a bloody fight that is what left Stonehome with a fraction of the number it should have had. You chose not to kill anyone, subduing those who resisted, having a conversation with Vanda, and learning that Elder Ordwy was effectively taken captive upon being brought here and was recently spirited away down beyond the broken wall in the basement elsewhere. Upon heading down yourself, you came face to face with the weird creature, who looks like a perfectly normal person, I promise. It's just peak physicality.
Yeah.
Who
Had a weird accident.
Right, yeah. What happens in the forge stays in the forge.
Yeah.
But let you know that Elder Ordwe had indeed been taken beyond. But as to her current circumstances, whether she is alive or not, this individual remained unaware. But likely planned to fight you all, but was offered entertainment instead, and with a rousing performance by Rannig, his battle dance that he has not done in quite some time, managed to intrigue this creature enough that they simply let you pass. Heading into this stone passageway down the way to wherever it leads, uncontested. That is where we are picking back up today. It is about 4 in the afternoon. As a reminder, we have Click Clock and Brend that have begun exhibiting those rust-like symptoms yesterday afternoon that are currently suffering slightly, and Ragwin is afflicted with as yet undiscovered tetanus, so I think things are going well. It'll take some time for that to manifest, so you're fine. But, all that being said, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go? You have stepped into this passageway made of rough-hewn stone, heading deep into the darkness. Do you wish to follow it? Do you wish to do other things?
Yeah, I look to the rest of the party.
That guy was surprisingly nice.
Right.
He was, yeah.
I'm glad he didn't call my bluff.
Well,
I haven't fought anyone in a long time.
Well, you seem to be doing all right. Well, you were a
Maybe.
gladiator.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe my pyres will come back to me. He grips his, I forget what I'm holding.
Did just level up.
Yeah.
The flail you can
My
actually
war flail,
use
yes,
now.
I should use my flail a little tighter. I mean, just swing it.
And Ragwin looks distinctly spookier.
Yes. Ragwin, you look a bit darker than you used to.
Oh, really? I think I look the same.
Right.
Well,
It's almost like
roguish,
you're turning
perhaps.
evil. What do you think,
No.
Assistant or Click Clock?
I think he looks especially roguish.
That's right. That's right.
Take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Ragwin, on that note, I'm actually going to ask for a will save from you.
Oh.
Sir,
What have we done?
is it
Never
blind
mind.
or
Students,
No, this can be public.
players' backstories.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember what is. Do I get? No, I imagine I don't. Which is wrong.
Such a bad roll.
Yeah.
14. Okay. As you are walking down this passage, speaking with one another, bantering back and forth, when they bring up that there seems to be a change in your appearance that you yourself don't yet recognize, but hey, are taking as a compliment, there is a movement in your chest, something that has remained stagnant for quite some time. It is a freezing feeling in the space sort of directly next to your heart. A creeping, almost icicle of frost, it feels like, begins to build upward, sort of traveling up towards your throat and into your head before sort of burning directly behind your eyes. Who at this moment in time are you looking at?
I guess I'm the closest with Click Clock, so I would be looking at Click Clock.
Okay. Then would you mind unwillingly casting a spell at Click Clock?
Uh-oh.
Of course.
And I believe
No.
you understand which spell I'm going for.
Probably this one?
I believe that would be the case. So Click Clock, I am going to
no.
need a will save from you.
Oh. All right.
As it appears to you, as you're looking and having this conversation with Ragwin, it looks almost for a moment as if his eyes freeze over and begin to glow slightly, which you feel beginning to pierce into you. I'm going to say you definitely recognize the manifestation of magic here, Click Clock, but because you resist it, you do not necessarily understand exactly what it is attempting to do.
Whoa. Do you also have magical eyes, Ragwin? This is a new development.
I don't hear him. I just wince in pain and maybe drop down to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, are you all right, Ragwin? That was very strange of you. I've never seen that before.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine.
Do you need it? Do you need healing? I feel better at healing than I was yesterday. It's quite strange.
Oh no. It's just I'm fine, I'm fine.
What's with all the dramatics?
I don't know. This is certainly a strange tunnel. Things seem to be happening here. I don't understand it.
Certainly the tunnel's fault.
Yeah. Perhaps we should move forward.
Classic Click
Evil
Clock.
tunnels.
Always
Ragwin,
blaming the
is there
tunnels.
Anything else that feels unusual? I don't know if this is because of the rust disease. Perhaps that's what's happening, but
Oh no.
You are... I think, Ragwin, you recognize the source of what just happened for certain. However, what exactly it was trying to accomplish, you may or may not fully understand at this point in time. If you wanted to ask your friends to do some form of examination, you certainly could. However, if you want to just keep pushing forward and sort of ignore that for now, you are also welcome to.
Oh, you know what, Click Clock? I take that examination.
I see. Well, let's take a minute. I do medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to say you can do either
What I
medicine
plan to do.
or occultism, your choice.
Well, at this moment in time, medicine is my best skill. Occultism is close.
Well, there you go.
Lean against the cave wall, the tunnel wall.
I'm gonna do a risky surgery. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get my healer's tools here, I assume. So
Correct. Yeah.
oh, another 18.
An 18. Okay. Taking a 2-3 minutes here to look over Ragwin. There is no immediate illness that you are able to detect. There is... I actually think you could probably actually discover the early signs of tetanus with that roll, but you can probably immediately rule out that tetanus is not the cause of what just happened. But as you are looking over it, sorry, I'm trying to pull up a note document and remembering which folder it's in. As you're looking over him, you recognize strange symptoms. There is almost a slight movement under Ragwin's flesh of something. And when you first catch it, you sort of poke at it slightly, and the skin just deflates where you press, as if there was nothing actually there, but maybe like a little bit of air that was pushing the skin up. There's certainly something strange physically with Ragwin's body that you can't put your finger on at the moment. Maybe beyond your knowledge for now.
Oh, sorry, muted.
All right, how do I look?
Well, certainly unusual. I'm not sure I understand what's happening here. Being non-organic myself, perhaps I'm missing something here, but there's like air coming out of you, or something more sinister, but I am not certain.
Air? No, I think that's breathing.
Well, like you bubbled up a little bit. Is that something humans do, or creatures do?
The lungs.
I never read about that. I know about the lungs, but it's just different. Maybe it was something else. I might have to look at you more at another time. This is perhaps not the best place to continue a thorough examination.
I was gonna say not to cut this short, but time and place.
Yes, we should move on. It feels like we're missing something, like somebody's waiting for us or something.
It's always the time and place for everything. I know not of which you speak.
Assistant, lead the way.
Alrighty. You all continue heading down the hallway, which travels for quite some time. It also sort of begins to curve. After the first few hundred feet, that bloody trail that Azomi claimed to be from Elder Ordwe fades. From easy view, at least. It may or may not still be there to figure. But the path continues to slope downwards and curve generally towards the south. After a bit of walking, you also begin to notice that pools are formed on the ground. The walls themselves drip with water. Probably the deepest pool you come across relatively quickly is about a foot deep. So areas that are certainly get you wet to walk through, but nothing that requires you to swim or makes it terribly difficult to move at all. What exploration actions are each of you taking as you approach? And actually, I want to specifically ask what exploration action everyone is taking, including our new player.
Yeah,
I'm searching.
Searching, fantastic.
we're not gonna be caught by traps again. At least not
No.
from lack of trying.
I too am searching.
Sure.
Well, since everyone's searching, I'll investigate.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I remember our what we talked about, I'm kind of like a bit farther behind them, and they haven't seen me yet.
You're actually ahead of them at the moment.
Oh, ahead of them. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Classic things you can do are, of course, searching, which is making a perception check. Investigate is making a recall knowledge roll about what's going on. You can be avoiding notice if you're trying to stealth as you go. Scouting would provide an initiative bonus. You could also repeatedly cast some of your cantrips, like if you wanted a shield up or to be detecting metal. Those would also be options. One last thing, because of a feat you took, you have a specialty exploration action you can be taking. That psychometric or psychosometric assessment.
Right. Is that that doesn't take any spell slot, does it?
Nope, that is just what you would be doing generally as you were traveling. Which is what the exploration action is to determine.
Is it Is it possible to be both in stealth and using psychometric assessment?
Technically, no. You would choose the one you're focusing on.
Okay.
And then, like, depending on the circumstances, you could absolutely switch or say you want to do something extra. So if you come across something interesting, you could go, like, if you're already stealthy, you go, yeah, I want to read the psychometric resonance of that item. But using it as an exploration activity basically means that is what you are passively doing as you travel.
Yeah, I'll do that for now. I'll do the psychometric assessment exploration.
Sure. Awesome. You get to learn about significant emotions attached to objects as you go. And our people searching and investigating, let's go ahead and get those rolls, please. And Ranig, what did you say you were doing?
Scouting.
Scouting? How dare you do something sensible?
It's perception rolls, right?
Yes, if you are searching, it is a perception roll.
I'm new to this game, clearly.
Okie doke. You guys continue making your way down this long passage, which is relatively consistently around 10 feet in width and height. After heading south for a good long while, the passageway begins to dry up, the water no longer dripping from the walls as it actually makes a sharp westward turn. And after another few dozen feet, the cavern walls give way to walls of constructed stone. The sort of cavern, hard rock and dirt floor gives way to a very old-looking but well-preserved tile as well. Something no longer natural, but certainly man-made. As you are continuing forward, Brend, you are the first to notice further down the passageway. It seems to open up slightly, becoming a bit wider, and the flickering light of a torch catches your attention.
I guess I'll, hold the others and point it out. Light up ahead. Do you see it?
Yes, I do.
I don't know, but yes, I see it.
When it's pointed out, all of you are able to see it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, right there.
how curious. Well, we knew we might find trouble down here. Let's ready ourselves. Assistant.
You can absolutely put assistant in the front.
Yeah, that's where he goes.
Fantastic. And as you all continue moving forward a bit more carefully, the passage begins to open up in front of you, pushing forward, and there is two things that pretty quickly catch your attention. First and foremost is the massive door of what appears to be rusted iron, standing against the northern face of this space, with a series of symbols embossed on it, with a much larger shape that has been gouged into the rust. A spiked and burning horseshoe.
Oh no.
I leave it up to your imagination what that means. Which, the door itself is also very slightly glowing. This strange, faint, brownish red light. No visible handles or hinges or latches or anything like that. It's the most normal door I have for you. more interestingly than that, perhaps, is where the light is coming from. A single figure stands, sort of looking, examining the door, holding a torch in one hand. Vigo, would you please describe your character to us?
Right. Yeah, that's the portrait I have for him. He's just I haven't decided on a height, I guess. whatever the average height for an elf would be. He's an average heighted elf with a lot of with long disheveled black hair, like a bedhead, like a long hair but bedhead hair. Like he doesn't take very good care of his hair, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just wearing black and purple garments, and that's about it. He has a backpack, but no, not really any other weapons or such.
He doesn't look as menacing as the last thing we ran into.
Wouldn't take any chances.
All right, get him, assistant.
You charge him, start beating him up. I'm just kidding. We don't do that.
Yes.
And Vigo, as you are examining this massive door, just about to touch it, but having not quite done so yet for your psychometric resonance, you hear the footsteps approaching from your right to the east of what sounds like a large group of people approaching.
Okay, so I don't
I
see
hope you
them,
mean-
but I can hear them.
Yeah, you guys will see each other very quickly, but for you, you have a moment to act if you would like to.
Well, the first thing you'll see is assistant, and assistant's pretty menacing.
What does the assistant look like?
I don't know how to pop the art up,
I got you.
but yeah, there we go.
That.
Oh, okay.
Pretty big.
A totally non-threatening individual clanking forward.
If I can see that approaching me, I would definitely try to go into stealth
Okay.
and probably quench my torch.
Yeah. There's not really a place to hide down here is the problem.
Okay, right,
And
we're just in a
there is
hallway.
also light coming from this group emanating forward. So
Right.
there's not really a place to hide unless you wanted to quickly try and run back up the steps you came.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a realistic instinct, I think.
Okay.
Do we have anything? Do we have time to say anything?
Yeah, so what I'm going to say is you all see this figure. Assistant probably gets the first view of this person looking at the door, but when they then turn and see Assistant, you all see this person turn and make a dash towards a much smaller corridor further to the west with a set of stairs leading up.
Hello? Hey, did you see
After
that?
it.
Yeah, an enemy. Get it.
So, yes, we cannot let any sneaking enemies sneak about. I guess we'll follow.
Okay.
Following out.
Like
Who are you?
arrows?
Why are you here?
Like you can run, but you can't hide.
That's right, assistant.
No,
I want-
I'm
I want no trouble. I'm lost.
You're lost.
Yo, how did you get lost down here? Sorry, pardon, assistant. He does not have the charisma that I have. Click like has 0 charisma.
You
yeah.
don't particularly look like cultists. You aren't cultists, are you?
No. In fact, we've been looking for cultists. Are there cultists down here? We wondered what we might find.
We've killed a few cultists already.
You've killed them. Oh, so you are responsible for the bodies that I've found on my way over here.
Did you come from the island? What was it, Thunderhead Isle or something?
That is correct.
No, I came from Iron Harbor.
What, did we kill cultists? I forgot.
Thunderhead Isle is the little offshoot of land. Here, I'll actually
Yeah.
pop us on the Iron Harbor map real quick, just so we're all on the same
Yeah.
page. You were
Yeah, I
both
still-
correct, effectively. This is Iron Harbor.
Oh, okay.
This is Thunderhead Isle right here. And Vigo, Rusthenge is right here on Thunderhead Isle. So
Okay.
Oh,
you came from Iron Harbor, but yes, you were on Thunderhead Isle when you came down here, and that is where you found the
Got it.
bodies.
Gotcha. Okay.
Here, I'll even do us a nice little
Oh.
favor of putting you over here.
There he is.
And the rest of you are
So right.
underground, right around here.
oh my gosh.
Ish.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So you're telling me you came from Rusthenge, did you not?
Yes, I followed a trail of rumors, and I'm in search of rare and lost magic.
Oh,
I'm not a cultist, though. Don't kill me, please.
wait, but you went into Rusthenge and did you not run into trouble? More cultists, or we had a
I
bit of a
only
tough bout.
saw dead bodies when I arrived. Nothing else.
Oh, so we ran away for no reason. Okay, we must have killed all of them.
Yeah, effectively for you, Vigo, you found the corpses above ground, went into a tent that was there, and found this set of steps leading down, which brought you to this room with this massive iron door. So, you have not explored any further than that as of yet.
Yeah.
That. Well, he seems friendly. What do you all say?
He's not wearing any regalia from we've seen in the other cultists.
Doesn't look
I'd
like
say
it.
he's fine. Ranag will step forward. The name's Ranag. And I'll extend the beefy hand.
Right. I give a pathetically dainty shake back to the hand. My name is Vigo. I thank you for not killing me. I would assume. Is it safe to assume you are adventurers? In
Yes,
search of
we are
treasures or
adventurers.
Sorts.
Sorry, Quick Clock gets a little excited at the prospect of adventurers.
I think that's the way to describe us right now.
Yes,
Well,
are
if you
a fellow
don't,
ad-
if you don't mind an extra person in your party, I could be of some use. I wield psychic powers and am quite knowledgeable on an array of things.
Oh.
Assistant,
It
why don't
would-
you look him over? Make sure he's not got any diseases.
Yes, assistant, do you see anything?
No.
No. Well, oh, you're talking to me. Okay.
I can't tell you apart.
Yes, clearly. Sorry, I did not introduce myself. My name is Click Clock. Yes, we are adventurers. I don't know if we've established an interview process for our adventuring party, but we are in a tricky situation. We'll take all the assistance we can get.
Great. Yes, I could use assistant. I could use assistance as well. Upon arriving here, I have been having second thoughts as to whether I should really be exploring here alone. So, thank you.
Wow, the adventurous spirit is honorable.
Yes. Well, it's not. It's not exactly of my own wanting, but yes.
Well, you must get started somehow. Welcome to the crew. Now, do you mind if I look you over? Do you feel particularly rusty?
I seem rusty.
No, I know I'm rusty. Okay, you don't have to. I'm just saying, do you feel rusty? There's a disease going around.
I've seen quite a lot of rust. I mean, we are in Rusthenge. I'm not sure what you mean.
But are you rusty? Have you started resting? Do you feel weak?
No, my bones are not made of metal.
What? No, my bones are made. They're strong. Metal is strong. This is. I don't know if we should let him in.
By the god, this is going nowhere. Just look at his hands.
Yes. Okay. I'll give him a look over.
Doesn't look rusty.
All right. Well, thank you for assisting. I guess. What do you say, folks? Should we keep going? Vigo, was it?
Brannig is curious what Ragwin and Brand think about Vigo.
I don't know. I'm still looking at him for symbols,
Well,
just in case.
I think
No
we're not in a
symbols.
position to be turning down help, and if he is a traitor, it's 4-1.
yes.
That's very true. I am quite simply at your mercy at the moment.
Well, we'll see how you do.
Of course.
Click Cluck's like having other intellectuals around. No, I'm just kidding. Last guy, we got rid of him. No, I'm just kidding.
He didn't pass the test.
No.
He was one of the bodies up there.
Oh, what happened? What happened
No,
to him?
that was Jordan talking. That was not Reddick.
No, he was
Okay.
over the bodies up there.
Yeah, he wasn't. That was a joke. He was not.
Well, assistant, can you get the door?
Okay.
Assistant's gonna try to open the door.
So, real quick, because there's a couple things here.
Okay. Sure.
Vigo, your psychometric resonance on that door, you find the emotion of reverence is tied to that door. And I believe, let's see, who here speaks Thessalonian? Click-clock.
Yeah.
The symbols on the door surrounding that horseshoe symbol read Sky Metal Workshop.
Wow.
Also, each of you, as you're sort of standing near this door with that brownish red glow coming from it, you haven't really paid attention to it because you've been in conversation, but there's a very mild ache deep in your bones, sort of. Just standing in the presence of this door.
Uh-oh.
And I suppose at this point, I'll drop you
May
all onto a
I-
new map.
Can I convey my my psychic assessment to the group?
Yeah.
Right. So, before we press on further, I think I should let you know that I sense a great presence of reverence nearby. I would assume there are probably more cultists beyond this door.
You sense what?
You do what now?
I I sense reverence. You know, the emotion that priests particularly have when they are in the middle of their preaching.
Right. We know what reverence is. We're just
Yes,
wondering where
I-
you're sensing this and how you're doing it.
Yes, I sense reverence beyond the door. I am a psychic. I I suppose you may not trust me quite yet, but just thought I would let you know to prepare for the potential number of cultists. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brandon's gonna look really long and hard at that door.
What about like spooky, creepy dogs with like plants on their back? Do you sense any of those?
I'm not familiar with what you're describing. That doesn't sound like a cultist to me.
Well,
Well, you
not
saw the
sure
corpse
such
of
a
it
thing would have
above
reference.
ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, here, I'll show you what it looks like, just for your reference sake.
Thing that almost killed me.
It was a
brutal.
corpse of this.
It was one
Oh, yeah.
damage roll higher from instantly murdering me completely.
We almost lost Click Clock.
I don't sense anything that could allude to those creatures up there. That not sure.
Oh, well. So wait, does this door make us feel the same way like the Rusthenge did?
Kinda, sorta.
Hmm. I don't like that. I think we'll
Yeah.
have to go in there regardless, but the door seems quite
Well,
unusual.
As we
ready
all
yourselves for
turn
action.
around and go home and make me improv the rest of the session. We don't need to deal with this.
Yes, well, let's go.
In for a penny and for a pound.
Here.
Yeah.
Well, who wants
Brent.
to?
As assistant steps forward to push the door open, actually, Ragwin, you notice this also. The rust on the door seems to almost shudder as assistant approaches. When assistant reaches a hand out to push the door open, that rust seems to almost peel off of the door and stretch simultaneously towards assistant. Something's
Oh my God.
wrong.
I tried to stop assistant. There's something wrong with that door.
Well, it better all the reason for the assistant to grab it rather than any of us, right? Well, maybe we should look closer before we do anything rash.
Yeah. On a bit of a closer look, Brend and Ragwin, both of you notice underneath the rust there are additional hidden runes. Definitely occult in nature. Divine in nature, that denote there is some sort of magical trap at play here.
Wrapped. Again.
I suppose we should have noticed that.
You did.
What kind of trap are we talking about?
Looking at the runes, it's hard to tell. Click Clock, you aren't able to tell exactly what the purpose of them are as you're investigating. If anyone else wanted to give a recall knowledge, they certainly could try and figure it out themselves.
I'll use a detect magic cantrip on it.
Yeah. So detect magic, unfortunately, only tells you the presence of magic right now. At low levels, casting detect magic is basically, yep, there's magic within 30 feet of me.
Gotcha.
Fantastic. The spell you would want for a bonus to try and identify the magic is Read Aura.
I have that spell.
Fantastic. And most
my one
importantly,
spell.
we've got a crit from Ranig with a natural 20.
Oh, cool.
So,
We cast it anyways.
fantastic.
Oh, it takes a 1 minute, so maybe not.
It
but
does.
whatever.
I
And
don't know why I'm even looking at this. I'm not going to know anything.
for your reference, Vigo, when I ask for a recall knowledge to do that, if you are select on your token and open the basic action macros, which is in spot 2 on your hotbar, you'll have a bunch of things you can do, and recall knowledge is a button there that'll roll once, show me all of the relevant skills, and I know whether you succeed or not off of that.
Right. Click on the token.
Yes. You just gotta make sure your token is selected.
Not seeing what you're talking about.
Uh,
I see status effects, target state, and combat state.
Oh, you are right-clicking your token. You just have to be selected on it normally with a left click, so there should be a little outline around it, and then hit just 2 on your keyboard or the 2 spot on your hotbar in the bottom.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And there's a recall magic or a recall knowledge option.
Character. Oh,
No.
You know what that was?
that was unusual.
Oh, there. Okay. Sorry. Found it.
No worries.
Nice. Yeah, as an intelligent character might be doing that a fair amount.
Looks like I rolled it privately.
Yes, as you should, because it is a blind roll, so it will not show up for you at all, but it is showing up for me. Also, if my mic is being spotty for any of y'all, please let me know. Discord has been fucking up after an update recently, and I have a theoretical fix for it, but just let me know if it is not getting any better here.
That seems alright.
It's just every now and then a word or two.
Yeah, it's something's weird. I have to go and manually change the region for it, and that theoretically fixes it. We had a whole issue last weekend. But Vigo and Ranog, hilariously, as you are sitting there going, I'm not going to know anything about it, you look over it and you go, oh, I know exactly what that's doing. It is runes designed to magically animate the rust on the door and cause it to cling to anyone who tries to open it, and does not worship the deity the door is effectively consecrated to. So, you also know off of that, there's a couple ways you could disable it. You could certainly try and deface the runes themselves and prevent it from activating, which would be a thievery check. You could also use religion to try and maybe offer some prayers to a different deity and override that deific influence on the door and effectively remove the trigger for the trap to activate.
What was the thievery option?
Defacing the door. My favorite.
He's about to go do that. Brent, almost on an instinct, is gonna like extend a hand, and I'm going to cast guidance.
Fantastic.
What?
Everyone's got
Barbarian
magic
guidance?
now.
Wait,
I know, right?
Clock feels too not magical enough now.
And to get these bonuses, just drag them onto your token from where they're showing up in chat. That little spell effect guidance.
I've seen this kind of runes magic before. We have to display reverence, and I'll give Vigo a look to the god displayed on this door here, or offer prayers to another god, or we can just try to scrape off these runes.
I'm sorry. Do we know the deity attached to the door?
It's you said it was a spike with a horseshoe, right?
Yeah, it's a spiked burning horseshoe, which...
Haven't we seen that before?
You have.
Zuriel?
No, not Zuriel.
It's
This is the dead demon lord, Sarazmak. Which, Vigo, you saw this symbol on the clothing of a couple of the cultists upstairs.
Okay.
I would actually say you also recognize, based off of your recall knowledge, what this deity is: the demon lord of entropy, Sarazmak, who is long dead, but apparently still holds some influence.
Demons.
Demons.
Well, unless anyone is exceptionally religious towards a demonic deity, I'm not. I'm not. I don't mind defacing the door.
Oh, be my guest.
Nothing would make me happier, Vigo.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and put
All right,
a
I'm
thievery
going
button in
to,
chat for you.
Yeah.
So you can roll
I
from your
guess,
sheet, but if I put a button here, you can go off of that, and it'll, when you roll, tell you immediately whether you succeed or not.
Yeah, so
Which is oh so
I guess I would
wonderful.
try to scrape the runes off with my dagger. I
Yeah.
think that would be the best way to do that. Let me. Oh, I clicked on it and it pulled up my character's sheet. Hold on. There we go.
Perfect. And did you mean
Yeah,
to
fair.
use the guidance on this roll? You do have to manually toggle it on, but it's a-okay for now since you're getting used to a
Oh
lot.
yeah,
I don't want to overburden
Yeah.
you with everything at once.
thank you. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I thought I attached the guidance to my character already.
It's attached to you. When you click to roll and get the dialogue up to roll, you have to then manually turn it on because you have a choice of when you want to use the guidance. So,
Okay.
all good.
Gotcha.
Would be a 13 total. A 13 does still fail, unfortunately.
Okay.
Thankfully, there's no penalty for failure, so realistically, others could try, you could try again at this point, as the rest of you are watching Vigo try and, like, scrape through these runes with a dagger. The rust is almost unnaturally hard over where those runes are, making the act of directly scraping them away much more challenging.
Who here has little dainty fingers? Ragwin?
Oh, I'll try. I take my own dagger.
Group effort.
It's thievery, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a button in chat for it if you wanted.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Because hazards very frequently have buttons. Oh, so lovely.
Oh no.
So, reference for you, Ragwin. Crit failure on disable a device does trigger it. So, it's up to you if you
Yes,
want to keep
hero
that or
point.
hero point it. Okay.
Hey!
What is this
The
going on?
duality of man.
Wow. Truly heroic moment.
Yeah. You
Scrape the door.
you take some time, sort of scrape at where Vigo had started scraping, and some of the rust eventually comes peeling off, and for a moment it looks like it's lunging towards you, but then it just falls to the ground harmlessly, and you continue to scrape away at the runes for another minute or so until the rest of you are all pretty confident, yeah, that trap's not activating anytime soon.
Ah,
Great work.
I thought I messed up for a second.
me too, but it was gone. Like, miraculous.
Trust you implicitly.
Thank you.
That's a mistake.
Ragwin, I ran a wolf one day, find out.
How do I think we can
fantastic.
Get the door now,
Yeah.
right?
You guys
Anyone
are...
else want to get the door? I would love
Let's
to have
do-
assistant do it. Yes, he's the door guy. Yes. All right, assistant.
door. As you push the door open this time, swinging on hidden hinges, it opens into a wide hallway with a black marble floor and murals covering the eastern and western walls. There is another large door at the far end, similarly covered in rust, but without the symbol of Sara's Mac on it. The western wall has a mural of an old-looking human female in a very pompous dress, holding a halberd and standing over numerous fallen enemies. The right wall has a mural showing this same figure with 6 other figures of similar age, seemingly, groveling at her feet. There are 2 rusty suits of armor in the center of the room, against each wall, with what look like hooves for legs or feet, and helms that look like bull heads with too many horns. Click clock. You immediately recognize the figure in the murals.
The one the other ones are bowing to?
Yes.
Oh.
As Runelord Bellamarius, the Runelord of Envy.
Oh, wait, is that my thing?
You do have a rune of, I believe, Envy carved into your core.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine that.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Ooh,
The connections.
this is quite interesting. This might be what I've been looking for, this very location.
So
There's
am
a
I.
Rune Lord of Envy on the wall there. I don't know if I've been honest about this, but that very rune is carved in my core.
I'm sure that doesn't have anything, have any future ramifications.
It's pretty
Hopefully not.
suspicious if you'd ask me. But,
Well, I didn't
I'm no
choose to have.
position.
Yes, I hope maybe I am evil. I hope not. That would be no good.
In my opinion, the greater question is, how comfortable are we with long hallways?
Not very.
Not very.
What do you mean, not very? It's just a normal hallway. I swear.
Yep.
Full
Step
of
lightly.
bricks. What did you say? There were suits of armor
Yeah.
just sitting there.
Yep.
Certainly not suspicious. Well, do
They're
you
not
see any
moving.
traps?
Yeah,
Not
no,
yet.
they're never going to move, we know.
I'm not searching, but other people are.
Yeah, we got this. I'm scouting for everybody. I'm
Yeah.
looking ahead, looking behind.
One of them
Right.
might have twitched a moment ago, Brend, when the door opened.
Hmm.
Well,
Maybe.
assistant's going to one step forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Could just be a trick of the light, but
Well, let us continue.
That's
I
exactly
don't like
what
the
it is.
setup.
It's just a trick of the light, yes.
Just a trick of the light, Brend.
Any pressure plates? I don't see any.
Who's
Not that I
ever
can
heard of
see.
statues coming to life?
Yes.
When
Oh,
assistant gets about 15 feet into the room, you'll never guess what occurs.
The floor collapses.
Exactly.
Wait, you guys moving in?
The statues, of course, begin to move.
Oh, I didn't know they were right there. Oh, shit.
I said in the center.
Yeah, well, I didn't measure.
Well, that's on you. As both of them raise the glaives that they were holding sort of ready at their sides into a much more deadly position, very clearly with the intent to do harm, I am going to ask us to roll initiative.
All right.
You knew this was coming, and that's why you're scouting.
I did. We all knew.
I'm so proud of you.
And there's my nat one. Nice.
And Vigo,
right.
initiative is on the leftmost side of your character sheet, right under your perception modifier. There should be a little initiative and then a die with, I believe, a +8 for you at the moment under it, and you can just click that to roll.
Well, you know what? I don't care if I have a nat one. Assistant's already in the front. It's fine.
Assistant is already in the front. Nothing will happen to him.
Nothing at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, I clicked it.
Yep,
Sorry.
no worries. Should pull up a roll dialogue as per usual. Another way to do it, if you would like, if in the top right of Foundry, where you have the different tabs, the second most one that looks like crossed swords is the initiative tracker. You should see a die icon next to your name and health in there that you can roll initiative from that. Oh,
Here we go.
and you're up first, Vigo. As these statues begin to move, you are the quickest to act and respond to them if you would like.
Oh, sorry, just real quick. I didn't actually see my own roll on the chat.
Nope, it does not
Is that
show up in
normal?
chat. I have it hidden just for saving the chat box's sake.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, a lot of dice rolls show up there.
Yeah, good point. Okay.
But enemies will become visible during their first turn, so you will not know when enemies are going in initiative until they take their turn.
But I'm ahead of the enemy's initiative.
Yeah, you're going completely first here.
Okay.
The new character. It's the moment.
It is your moment. How would you like to start things off?
Don't screw this up, otherwise we're kicking you out. I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Looking at my here we go.
New player spellcasting. Yippee.
Do telekinetic rend, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you
That's
want to... Oh, go ahead.
Trying to find the description of it again.
Yeah,
it's a
it
radius
is,
range, right?
It is two non-overlapping 5-foot bursts. With stuff in your
perfect.
character sheet, if you click on the name of an item, it'll give you a little drop down that'll show the description for you. You can also click cast to put it directly into chat for all of us, which is typically what I'll ask when you cast a spell to actually cast it so we can see it. Perfect. And since I don't believe you are amping here, you get to choose whether you want it to do bludgeoning or slashing damage.
Bludgeoning.
Sure.
Yeah, not amping yet.
All good.
You got to mention
I
start
can-
of the combat outrage.
So how to place the radiuses.
So
then.
since you've cast it into chat, it'll let you choose now with a button there for bludgeoning or slashing. You want to select which one you're going with, and then it gives you a button to place those. Yes. And bursts are placed on the corner of squares.
Oh, here we go.
And just left.
Oh, they
click
have to be
place them.
not overlap. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Got it.
fun animation for that. Just throws rocks at them. Fantastic. If you would like to go ahead and roll damage, I will roll their fortitude saves.
Roll damage twice, right?
Just once.
Okay.
Yeah, you roll damage once and it deals that amount to all creatures in the area.
Bludgeoning.
Oh, we are off to a great start. As one of these, both of these suits of armors actually fail. And the rocks slam into them. However, it is such a minuscule amount of damage. It puts minor dents into each of them, but does not appear to go past or damage their combat capability at all. These creatures have a hardness to them that will reduce all damage. Incoming.
Son of a bitch.
We love constructs.
God dang it. Constructs are the worst. I hate them.
No, pre-remastered golems are the worst.
Oh, yeah.
You do have one action left, Vigo, if you would like to do anything with that.
I can't cast the same cantrip twice, right?
Unfortunately, no, because it is a 2-action cantrip. That's what that little icon next to their name is. It's how many actions it takes to cast that spell. So you could cast Shield, since that is a 1-action cantrip, and give yourself an AC boost. If you would like.
Or recall knowledge on these things.
You can also recall knowledge on them, try and figure out some stuff about them. And that's always a good third action.
Are you charisma based or intelligence based?
Intelligence.
Oh, then yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
You'll be good at that.
So go ahead, if you want to recall knowledge, target one of them, which to target an enemy, hover over them with your cursor and just hit T on your keyboard. And that targets them. And then when you recall knowledge, it'll only show me the relevant skills. Figuring out about them.
Oh. Right.
Which is very nice. Ooh. Only need to do one roll.
I only clicked it once. I don't know why it did that twice. Sorry.
Interesting. All good. All good. Some stuff looked like it was showing up in chat twice, but it's fine. So when you recall knowledge, you get to learn what they are and also ask a question. So you are able to pretty much immediately tell these are suits of animated armor. They tend to serve as guardians in some areas and have just basic enchantments to make them either guardians or training dummies. You are allowed to ask a question of your choice about the creature. You can learn about what their highest and lowest saving throw are. You can learn about any weaknesses or resistances they have. You can also learn about any active abilities or passive abilities they have, or any other questions you may have that you would like to learn for the party.
I will ask. I guess, yeah, what weaknesses?
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look at these things, they're suits of armor, they're rusted. You're fairly certain there's no damage type they are going to be inherently weak to, unfortunately.
Okay.
Which, hey, that's information in its own right. That, however, is going to bring us to the first of these suits of armor's turn. And I happen to have an enemy directly in melee range already.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fun. They are going to... they were only one-handing their glaive to start, so they are going to use their first action to grasp their glaive with a second hand and swing it at assistant here.
Don't kill him.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I'm going to kill him.
That's like... Great.
Construct on construct violence.
Yes, if mine doesn't have all the resistances. Oof.
For 17 total damage as it swings into
Yikes,
assistant. And its third action is actually going to be sort of raising its glaive and setting up to aid its allies' attack.
Ooh.
Ragwin, we are over to you. Also, Click Clock,
okay.
I'm so sorry. You were investigating. You get a free recall knowledge on initiative start.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I was going to ask, but I wasn't sure.
Yes, no, absolutely. Remind me. I forgot. What is your question, good sir?
High save, low save?
High save, low save. Looking at these things, they're rusted suits of armor. Fortitude is going to be by far their highest saving throw. They are built to take hits, most likely. Similarly, especially with that rust, they don't look like they're moving particularly quickly. Reflex is probably a pretty quick, crippling weakness for them.
Crippling weakness.
Yeah.
Right.
The difference between their highest and lowest save is wild for these things.
Cool.
Ragwin, we're up to you. Sorry.
All right, I'll step in front of Click Clock. And,
Sure.
I'll use my new ability.
Sure.
Thing.
Also, just for reference sake, this was the one that just took its turn, depending on which one you wanted to focus on. So the other one is yet to go.
I'll do this one.
Okay. All good.
Oh, man,
There's an interaction I didn't even think about. We'll have to ask about potentially.
And which ability were you thinking of, or were you just making regular strikes?
A double slice.
Double slice, let's go. Fantastic.
And I miss twice.
Unfortunately, the double slices map just barely causes the second strike to miss it.
That's unfortunate. That's cool.
They impact the armor, but only, similar to Vigo's magic, create these minor dents in it that don't seem to be damaging it at all. And I believe that does it for your turn, yes?
Yep. That's
All right. That is going to bring us to the other suit of armor. That is not going to attack assistant here.
Oh, good.
It is going to stride to here and take a swing at Ragwin. Because, hey, these things have reach. So it is going to re-grip with its second action and attack. I am going to roll to aid real quick. Which is going to be a successful aid. Ragwin, would you like to nimble dodge as a reaction here?
Oh, yes.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead and turn that on.
Like that?
Awesome. And that is a pretty high roll, so that is going to hit you. But no deadly at the very least, means it is only going to be 8 points of slashing damage into your side as the armor strikes you. And that does it entirely for its turn. Moved, so no aid prep. Brend! You have something
Me.
right in front of you.
I do. Suppose this is. I'm gonna hazard a guess. It's not something I can, strictly speaking, make bleed. Not that I can
Probably
flank.
not. It is a construct.
It's a safe bet.
Bleach pebbles.
It's a reasonable assumption. I will also say, because of the 2 recon knowledges you guys have made, you would know that animated armors like this are mindless constructs. So, something to keep in mind.
I see what you did there.
Uh-huh.
I'm aware. Comedic genius over here.
Okay, if you say so.
I do.
Okay. I am going to do a few things. So I'll try a strike off
Sure.
the bat, because may as well.
See what happens.
Can't go too bad, surely.
Surely not. 22 is in fact a hit.
Cool. So it's 8 points of damage.
Alrighty. Definitely slams into this thing, and it does have that armor. It's not taking as big of a blow as it feels like you hit it with, but it is taking injuries. Chips are being built into this thing's armor at this point. It does not bleed, unfortunately.
Yeah, surprising.
I hate to tell you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay. I am in the same breath going to, with one action, cast guidance on Ranag and take the drain.
Fantastic. Good old Blood Rager.
Good old Blood Rager. It's back. After all these
I love how it's
years.
doing the rage animation on Ranig when he grabs
Yeah, I
it.
know, right?
That's fun.
There's the drain. There's the drain.
Broken the floor.
And angry guidance.
Yes. Yeah, I like to think you maybe feel a little bit hyped out by the by the gusto here, as yeah, I will very reckless abandonedly try to swing at this thing. And then with my final action, I am going to stride over here.
Sure, provide some flanking for an ally.
Yarr.
Fantastic.
And that'll be it for me.
Radig, just in time as Brend opens up a space for you to come hit it.
I charge forward. I start whirling my pirate warflet. Why can't I open my character sheet? Well,
I don't know.
all my momentum's gone. Okay, I'll stride
You're whirling too hard.
forward. And I will try to trip this fellow.
Ooh, okay.
Well, am I going to try to trip this fellow? Yes, I was making sure my Warflow could trip. It can. All right, and I've got some guidance, so might as well use it. Boom.
Might as well. That is going to critically succeed as you bring him crashing down to the ground. If you would like to go ahead and roll that bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, 6 points right here, boys.
I believe. 5.
Oh,
Pretty good.
All right. Does take a very slight injury as it impacts the ground. But it is certainly knocked down at this point. And you do have
All right.
one action left, good sir.
Damn. Does anybody have
I do
knowledge?
indeed. Let me check one thing.
What, Click Clock?
Except for Click Clock, of course.
What was your question?
Does anybody have non-physical damage?
Oh. Hardness is resistance to all damage.
Oh. Damn.
I can actually share this info because it would be probably pretty common knowledge. Constructs that have a hardness have an ability called Construct Armor, where they have a slightly heightened AC and effectively damage resistance to all damage. Once they either hit half health or their HP, or they take a crit, it breaks their armor, lowering their AC by a ton, and completely destroys their hardness. So they're meant to be slightly annoying at first, and then they become very easy in the back half of the fight.
All right. And I'll. Am I allowed to aid
Yeah,
Bryn's or whoever's next attack?
you may certainly prepare to aid. Typically with
Yes.
aid rulings, I ask you to choose who you're preparing to aid specifically.
Then Bryn.
Fantastic. All right. Click Clock, that'll bring us to you.
All right. Well, I'll Eureka. We already got a lot of recall knowledge, but
Hey.
I might as well do it anyways.
Can always
I'll
learn
Eureka.
more.
Use Eureka to recall knowledge and activate overdrive. I don't know. What do we have left? Special abilities?
There's not really anything else to learn about these guys. I'll be
the lore
truly,
of
truly
the-
honest.
Because they look unique. I don't know.
They're
Okay.
you know what? I'll actually give that to you.
Oh, cool. All
They look to be depictions of Sarazmak. Maybe not direct, built in his image, but they are meant to evoke the appearance of the Demon Lord, from what you're able to tell. The sort of cloven-hoofed demonic figure with a head of far too many horns.
I guess that's just the art. There's tons of horns.
Look, I only have so much token art, okay?
It's like your art isn't good enough.
Fine, I'll
No,
take this
yeah,
into Photoshop
everyone
real quick and
knows-
put a bunch more horns on it. Will that
Everyone
make you
knows
happy?
an AI would screw up and generate too many horns anyway. So
You know what? Fair.
no, I'm just kidding. Okay. Hey,
Ooh,
that's
Nice.
good.
we had good overdrive.
That's good. So we'll get overdrive here.
It's your initiative
Okay.
took so long because you were just cranking up the overdrive.
Okay, and then I will command assistant,
Sure.
and assistant is going to
And for reference sake, for you, Click Clock, Ragwin's weapons are reach weapons, so being in this position would be flanking with Ragwin right now.
Yep.
that's true.
We have so much reach
Sure,
in this
yeah.
party right now.
I'll do that. Okay, assistant will sure, why not? Assistant will go here.
Okay. And by so much reach, I guess I just mean solely Ragwin.
And assistant.
I was like,
will-
who else reaches?
will punch. Punch, assistant. Please hit and do
Please
damage.
hit. That's a hit.
Woo!
Goody goody gumdrop.
And I have good damage because
That's a
of
very
overdrive.
good damage roll. Punches through this thing quite hard. Manages to leave sort of a very sort of concave impact in the back of this armor. Causes it to stumble forward a step.
Cool. And then one more action from Click Clock.
Yeah,
I think this thing's prone, so
it is
Click Clock
indeed.
is going to look over. I don't think he's done this yet, actually.
I don't believe so either. So what's it look like?
And he's steaming too with the overdrive, right?
Yeah.
His eyes
start to glow like charcoals, and like the air sizzles above it, kind of like above a fireplace. And we're gonna laser beam. Don't miss, please. Hey.
Fantastic. Look at that.
Not a lot of damage, but actually,
Not a lot, but enough to injure it.
yes.
Fantastic indeed. All right.
Laser blast.
Both of these guys taking some small impacts here. Vigo, that's going to bring us back to you.
Okay. Which one looks the closest to collapsing?
Yeah, fun little thing. If you hover over enemy tokens, you should be able to see right above them. A little bit of text that'll give you an idea of how injured they are. So this guy is the lowest right now because he's just injured.
Okay. Gotcha.
The assistant.
All right.
And then assistant is
Super.
badly injured.
Yep. Assistant's not doing good.
He's doing fine.
I will cast Phase Bolt at the
Okay,
injured one.
sounds good. You're getting to bypass any sort of guarding he might have. You can absolutely go ahead and target him and make that attack roll.
Uh,
We are getting good rolls here tonight, y'all. I'm very happy. That is absolutely a hit. Let's see that damage.
Do I have to edit anything on the damage
Nope.
myself? Because it keeps giving me options to edit for like acid and stuff.
No, those will be if you really need to manually add anything, which very frequently you're not going to.
Okay.
That dialog
So
box
good.
is most useful for if you have other options that need to be turned on or off, depending on the situation.
Gotcha.
Fantastic. Doing a tiny little plink of damage as the magic bolt slams into this armor, staggering it sort of backwards towards assistant at this point. You've got one action left.
Is this a cantrip I can cast twice? Remind me the action.
So
What tells me how many actions?
Do you
they
see
throw?
the little icon that looks like two overlapping squares next to Phasebolt's name?
Yeah.
That
Okay,
means
yeah.
that's a 2-action activity. Next to shield has only one square, that's 1. In kinetic ram, you'll see your first rank spell has 1, 2, 3 actions. So you have to choose how many actions that would be to cast. Most spells are 2 actions. You're meant to only really be able to do 1 per turn. But of
Right.
course, circumstances will allow you to do other things. Something I did mean to ask, actually, did you want to, at the start of your turn before casting that spell, did you want to unleash your psyche?
I don't think so because that costs something, right?
It doesn't cost something. It gives you bonuses for 2 rounds, a bit of a damage bonus to your spells, and lets you use certain actions like your Calculate Threats action. But after 2 rounds, you become unable to use it and stupefied for 2 rounds, which has a slight potential downside to casting spells while you're stupefied. So
Okay.
you're never required to do it, but it is an option you can do.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll maybe do it my next turn.
Sure.
then.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see. For my last action, I don't think anything else really. Yeah.
Okay. If you would like, you can always set up to aid an ally, which I allow to be things like a perception check. And so you would choose the ally you want to prepare to aid and say, like, I want to aid Ragwin's next attack roll. And then you'd be able to use your reaction when it comes to it to potentially give him a bonus to his roll, if you would like.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll do
All
that.
right. Who would you like to prepare to aid?
I guess whoever is next up.
Yeah, that'd be Ragwin.
Okay.
Fantastic. Then when it gets to his turn, we'll have you roll for that. But first and foremost, we are on to this armor. And I'm going to roll to see who it goes after, because I like rolling for targeting. It's going to take some flanking, so it is going to stride over here next to you, Brend, and take a swing at you with its glaive.
Understandable.
Which is going to be a regular impact. I only crit constructs.
No.
Good.
For 8 points of slashing damage.
Cool, cool. Ouch.
However, it is going to use a free action to release one hand from its glaive and use its last action to just deck you. And punch you with its gauntlet, because that's funny. But it will unfortunately miss as it attempts to do that, and bring us to Ragwin's turn. Right? Very funny. I'm the king of comedy.
Genius.
All right. I think I'll move here to get flanking.
Sure. You will be flanking, however, that guy is going to have lesser cover because of Rennig if you're standing there. Just as an FYI. It's also...
Cover is...
That guy's
He's
also
already
already
prone.
off guard.
Oh, right.
he's prone.
Okay.
The most off-guard guy in the universe right there. That guy.
Right.
I'll stay there then. I'll look at him and think of what happened with Kicklock and cast this.
Fantastic. All right. Asking my construct for a will save? That's so rude. How could you do such a thing? I will succeed.
Wait, you're thinking
Oh.
about stabbing Clicklock? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Do you have a description for how the magic manifests as you willingly cast it for the first time here? Actively sort of pull it up to use it?
I guess I just extend a hand and the writing on my body just start glowing on it. On me, sorry.
The what on your body?
You know the things on my body?
I didn't know you had writing on your body.
You can tell from the art, but
Oh, I didn't. Got to zoom in to see that.
It's hiding most of the time.
Oh yeah, there it is.
it appears.
You're
What?
creepy as all fuck. Get out.
Why are you a hater?
Oh my gosh.
You're too creepy now, Ragwin.
What? Yeah.
Fantastic. Then I'll go ahead and extempore this effect on him so we remember he's got it. So, each time he's hit by a strike, you are going to gain temp HP so long as you are sustaining the spell.
Yep.
Wonderful.
All
Awesome.
the ones?
Before you attack, we've got an aid coming in for you.
Oh, right. And that might be helpful.
It might
probably
be
not.
helpful. So,
Oh, yeah. Right.
Vigo, go ahead and target Ragwin.
Sorry.
Take your time.
Ragwin's the gnome, right?
Yes. The little purple
Your
guy.
creepy flesh.
And
Targeted
then
him.
in your basic action macros, you want to choose the option of aid parentheses PF2E macros.
Okay.
And that will let you select the skill you're going to aid with. For this, perception works just fine. I typically allow perception in combat. And you leave the DC at 15. That never changes. A 13 is unfortunately going to fail, which means no bonus or penalty to your roll, Ragwin.
All right, I'll do the second attack.
Sure. Uh-oh.
Yes.
All
Uh-oh.
right.
Nice.
Yikes.
Uh-oh.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, and he's knocked prone. Oh well.
It does not even matter his hardness here, because that is enough damage to just immediately shatter this thing of armor, Ragwin, as you slam the mace down into it. cracking the back of the head and causing this entire thing to split open. And you get to go ahead and gain 2 temporary HP because of your sinful stabs.
All right.
Like, oh my goodness.
Ryaning's got his flail ready to aid Brand, but
Yeah.
Ragwood, no more crossbows for you.
that's right. Good job, Ragwood.
Speaking of Bren, that's going to bring us to your turn.
Thank God. I was starting
Me.
to get worried there.
Raneg, I will still allow you to aid with perception if you would like. The other armor's not quite in range for your weapon to use, but if you wanted to use something else, you were prepping to aid him. That's perfectly fine by me.
Well, he ain't gonna get an aid bonus from my perception, but it's better than nothing.
If you have an argument for another skill, I'll take it too.
Yeah, I'll perform
Sure.
and really distract
Form.
this
This mindless creature?
Minotaur. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, here I go. Have I nope, I have not. Targeted, that's what I'm trying to say.
My tog.
Have I togged? Have I togged? Have I togged?
Tic-tac-tog.
Tic-tac-toe.
Exactly.
cool.
Ooh. Good old
There you go.
bonus. It's less a performance that distracts the armor and more a performance that inspires Brend.
So inspired, Brand. You're welcome.
We have Bard at home.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You do have Bard at home, clearly. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go take a strike at it.
Why not?
Not much point in overthinking it at this point, I feel.
Commit violence.
Yeah. Well, I will reroll. I shall reroll that.
That's,
Fuck
the,
that.
No
that's the
one's
opposite of
allowed.
violence, Brend.
Distracted him with my performance.
That's
Incorrect.
the kind of violence we're looking for. Ooh, just barely missing the crit, unfortunately.
Oh, if only he were flanked.
If only he were flanked. But
These
it
aren't
is
violence that we're looking for.
all good.
8 damage.
That's gonna hurt it. Certainly.
Cool.
Bring in... its armor's definitely beginning to show cracks and breaks in it. You can tell you're pretty close to just breaking this thing open like a can.
You know what? It's even funnier the second time.
Hilarious.
I
Holy
think it
shit.
is.
It is. It is funnier the second time. This is with forceful as well.
Yeah. Good old circumstance bonus to damage.
Yeah, 11.
That
points.
is going to be enough to bring its construct armor completely shattered. This thing's still standing, but it's quite easily going to break from here on.
Cool.
Just the
Once again,
the flanking shuffle.
it seems to be working all right. Yeah, I'll kind of smash it against the wall and then move to the other side of it. Make some space.
Fantastic.
That'll be
Rannig,
it.
we are over to you.
I'll come rushing forward. And I'll just take a swing at it.
Yeah, why not? What could go
Why
wrong?
not?
Everything.
Let me.
A lot.
I can't double. All right, here we go.
I believe.
I believe.
Holy shit.
Oh dear.
His moment.
Mm.
Wait,
This is gonna
I thought
hurt.
I thought you couldn't use weapons.
I've remembered high.
Oh my gosh.
You saw Ragwin hit, and immediately just something kind of clicked in place. Flick Mace,
Damn.
Warflail, they're close enough.
That's how you use a chain.
Right. As Bren sort of slams it into the wall and then pivots around to the other side, keeping its attention on it. Rannig, you come up behind and with a just solid wind-up slam into this thing's abdomen, completely crushing through it and causing its legs to separate from the upper part of its torso, causing the magic to leave it and the whole thing to go crashing down to the ground. And that'll be the end
Alright.
of that fight.
Wonderful.
Yahoo!
Yippee!
Wow.
Vigo, where are you turned that way? Are you sleeping?
I don't actually know.
Rotate. It's always fun. I can fix your rotation for you.
I don't remember how to rotate. I don't even.
I think you control and hover over your token and then
Yeah,
remove your
control and scroll
wheel.
wheel does it.
Yeah.
If you're on a trackpad, sometimes you'll just accidentally scroll it that way also.
I'll lie here with you.
As everyone starts rotating.
This is dancing.
Uh-huh. Next time you dance, Rannick, you just have to rotate your token as you do so.
Okay. Whip, whip, oh. Whip, 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 whip.
Fantastic. Well, as this fight comes to a close, you'll have a moment to catch your... Oh god, you guys rotating is actually lagging my game. Please stop.
Sorry.
Sorry, I stopped.
Causes my foundry to lag. It's catching up. As you all take a moment to catch your breath, take a look at the injuries that only a few of you sustained from this endeavor and decide what to do from here, let's go ahead and take a very quick break. So stand up, stretch, grab some water, scream at a wall, I don't care. I'll see you all in 4 or 5 minutes or so. Welcome back from break, everyone. So, the fight has come to a close. What are we thinking from here? What would we like to do? We've got some injuries sitting about. Unfortunately, Ragwin does still have that treat wounds immunity for another little under half an hour.
Yucks.
So,
I will search for loot, I guess.
yeah, taking a quick look around, I mean, these sets of armor have, like, the rusty, broken halberds they were using, which you could take if you really wanted to. Might have some minor value to them, but that's kind of it. It's a relatively open chamber.
Yeah, those seem too bulky for my liking, so I'm gonna leave them alone.
Sure.
I would like to quickly repair assistant.
Oh, since you have good old quick repair now, don't you?
Yes, now it takes me 1 minute.
I won't even require you to roll if you don't want to. We
hell
can
yeah.
say like 2-3 minutes because it is 10 to 20 hit points depending on success or crit success.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
unless you really want to roll, I will not stop you.
Well, if you don't care about time, I don't care about time.
Because you have quick repair, it's really not an issue to me.
Like, yes, assistant.
If you were doing the full like 10-minute repairs, then I might do some rolling, but
Who
nah.
else needs repairing? Hmm? And Ragwin, I can't repair you yet. Friend, you're not doing too bad.
Yeah, never better.
You always say that when you're doing horribly, you know.
Ah, all good.
Yeah, you look a bit drained.
Oh.
Can drained be removed with repairing? No, sorry, healing.
Unfortunately, no.
I'm gonna keep saying
Really?
that for the rest of the campaign.
Drained is unfortunately reduced when you take a long rest only.
Unless, what if I
Unless
had some kind of gimmick that
you
dealt with that?
right.
What?
Or if
Alright,
you
no.
perhaps had bottles of Elsie's excellent Vim
Oh.
Nah.
to
Nah.
reduce
Save
it by
that for
1
when
for
you're-
8 hours.
When you're
Yeah,
sick.
save that for what it's worth. Yeah, I have ways to deal with drained above table. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's keep moving. I think we're doing fine. Maybe.
For now.
I hate this place.
Well, you really shine there. I thought you didn't know how to use your weapon anymore. Seemed like you did quite well. Almost
Maybe,
as good as Ragwin. And Ragwin's quite a menace.
Yeah, he's menacing.
I didn't know I had that in me.
I wonder what else you have in you.
Yes, full of surprises. First the ladder, and now this.
And the crazy lights and signs that were coming from your skin.
I guess that was pretty weird too. Well,
Those
No,
are perfectly
I-
normal.
It's these demons. They really get me going, you know.
Yes,
You
they're
have
foul
some
things.
personal vendetta against them. Yes?
You never met a Sarkorian? Our land is just a wasteland now. Demons.
Hmm. Does that sound?
That is tragic. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Don't mind me.
War was waged there for hundreds of years. And now it's nothing left but a scar.
Hmm.
My people are scattered.
Are you guys listening at the door at all? Checking for traps, or are you just pushing through?
No, I'm trying to see if Click Clock would know about the world wound.
Ah, well, you can give me a recall knowledge if you want.
Sure.
Click Clock has been awake for a certain period of time. You fool, your targeting assistant.
Oh,
But it's okay, because you rolled really high, so I don't really need your society modifier. You would probably have some general knowledge about the world wound. It would have been, mentioned in passing conversation by adventurers in Sandpoint, so...
it's the world wound you speak of.
Alright. The Sarkoris scar. It's what's left of the world wound.
Hmm.
It's pressed up
Dreadful
against the door.
business that. I don't know a lot, but
What do you hear there at the door, Click Clock?
nothing.
Oh, you're over there.
Here, take this. Take my brass ear. Click Clock takes his ear off.
Yeah, our people who are searching can certainly listen at the door for a moment. And it's not terribly difficult to hear what sounds like muffled chanting beyond the door. A bit echoey, as if it's a very large space. As well as... Runelords, you catch, amidst that chanting, a very faint ticking sound.
Ticking. Do you hear it?
No.
Well, I do.
What could that possibly be? Clockwork of some sort?
Does it
Is
sound
it
like
assistant?
clockwork?
Ooh, quite curious.
Would you say it's a mechanical click, or some bugs can make clicking sounds?
Mechanical.
Okay. No,
For
it sounds
certain.
like, clockwork maybe.
And it's a very soft ticking. It's just when the brass ear gets past you and you press it up, you've already been made aware of the sound of chanting by Ragwin, so you start listening for other things. And it's very, very faint. You almost miss it, but you do catch that ticking sound. A just consistent sound.
Very useful information, I'm sure.
Something.
Surely important, I promise.
Well, anyone have anything to get ready before the assistant opens the door?
My flail
And my axe. Sorry.
and my bow.
And my dice. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill you guys with them.
Cool. Huh. Thanks.
Please don't.
It's okay, I just rolled a 1. I think it's good news.
Well,
Yeah, you
assistant.
guys are free to push it
Open
open
the
whenever you're
door.
ready.
What?
It's a
Oh, my
chamber.
goodness.
It's a
Whoa.
big chamber with a large domed ceiling, also going about 30 feet up. Floors are still marble. There are stairs leading up to a large centralized dais with a bloody altar on it. There is a strange apparatus, I suppose, on top of that altar. Weird, multicolored metals with what you can see like gears constantly turning and grinding from the sides, almost metallic spider-like legs and blades twitching constantly. That is what the sound of the ticking appears to be coming from. There are motifs constantly around the floor and on most of the doors as well of a 7-pointed star, the Sahedron, and multiple designs of those spiky horseshoes of rusted iron. Dozen torches line the walls, giving it some bright light, and numerous individuals stand, hands clasped in prayer. There are 4 individuals in that same sort of cultish garb that all of you have now seen from the people above at Rusthenge itself. However, there is another figure, a dwarf in heavy armor showing signs of rust at this point, with a warhammer that is partially rusting as well, seemingly leading this chanting prayer. And he turns as the door opens, a bit of a fanatical look in his eyes, and smiles. Well, what do we have here? New supplicants. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in.
Before anyone moves, can we just take a moment to appreciate the symmetry?
I worked very hard on my token placement, thank you.
Oh, it's amazing.
Very nice.
All right.
You're standing quite well.
Yeah, but we just play along. We'll just go in here.
Right.
Yeah. You can see none of the other cultists, despite their artwork, have daggers drawn at the moment. They have them at their waists, but none are drawn. And only this guy has like a warhammer still in hand as he spreads his arms out in a crazed look of welcome.
That's never a good sign.
I think
We'll
most of you would inherently recognize, because you've spent time in Iron Harbor and spoken with a good number of people, you would have been given a description of Lord Ragnulf to recognize him.
Oh. Sorry. I just thought of something random.
Okay.
Lord Ragnulf.
Indeed. Yes.
Well, we have almost the same letters in our names. I'm Ranig.
What a funny
Oh,
coincidence.
You're telling me.
This is
Well,
confusing.
come to give your prayers to our Lord as well.
Oh, would that be Zuriel or Ziartavan?
My Lady Zuriel, of course.
Of course.
What is Bren doing at this point?
Yeah.
I'm scared of Ross.
Very. Kind of just staring at the chamber. I think he's a little bit 1,000-yard stad at the moment.
You're not. Are you inside? Or are you like where your token is actually placed?
Probably where I am. I don't think he'd enter the chamber quite yet.
Oh yeah. Well, Ranig's like, just because he knows of the strange connection you have to Zuriel, he like looks.
Well,
He's expecting to see you near him, but he instead you're way back there, and he gives you like this quizzical look, like what's going on? Why aren't you in here?
Notably, Ragnulf here does not appear to have a holy symbol of Zuriel on him. At least not visible. But, I'm sorry, go ahead, Brend.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, if you give him a look, if you just give him a weird look, he doesn't immediately respond.
All right.
He's got the weird look in his eyes again, y'all.
What's her name again?
Zuriel.
No. Have you seen Ordwe down here?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah.
Right. We'd love to offer praises to Zuriel, but we're on a mission to find Ordwe.
Oh, are you from Osprey Cove as well?
You could say that.
I wasn't aware she had come with others. Or did you come seeking her out?
What do you mean? What do you mean seeking her out?
Well,
I mean, we are seeking her, I suppose.
well, that puts us in an interesting conundrum, doesn't it, my friends? How interesting, after all. She is an enemy. She is a sacrifice to be made, and, of course, Iron Harbor is to be raised, so if you are from there and seeking her out, there's a connection there, I'm thinking.
Yes, she's very evil. We hate her too. Yes, that's why we're looking for her.
Give me a deception check. Anyone who would like to aid this may.
I should not open my
I'm
mouth.
I'm not aiding you for that.
Here you go.
For reference sake, deception should be blind, click clock.
It doesn't matter. I'm gonna fail. We're good. Do you want me to do it again?
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, that's good for me. Okay.
It's possible to succeed.
What? I roll a 20.
I hate to say it, if someone had aided you, you would have succeeded.
Oh, shucks.
As he... it's hard to tell looking at him right now. Is he playing along with the idea in, planning to attack, but just being very sarcastic right now? Or is there truly something short-circuiting in this man's brain? It's kind of hard to tell. But as Click Clock speaks up about how you also hate Ordwe, and she is an enemy, a solemnness sort of crosses his face, and he stops laughing, lowers his arms, and just sort of holds the warhammer in both hands. Yes. Enemies, that is quite correct. Yes. Yes, you all are enemies too, aren't you?
Whatever gave you that idea?
Yes,
No.
we're enemies to some, friends to others.
Lacking faith is evident in each of you. And you come in here with full knowledge of what you are getting yourself into, then you would be exulting in the glory of our Lord with me. Yes, you all are not worshippers. Your sacrifices. Yes, I see it now. Does anyone do anything in reaction to him saying this?
Yeah, Rannick's like, would a sacrifice do this? And I'll start dancing.
Do I have enough time to have assistant go in and explode?
If
could
you
I-
approach, probably combat is going to be initiated
Oh, okay. Then no.
any closer.
Could I use a cantrip?
What cantrip are you thinking of? Because if it's a subtle cantrip, if it has a subtle trait, you could possibly get it off. But anything else, the casting of magic is pretty prominent.
I was thinking of casting telekinetic hands amped for an attempt to disarm the warhammer.
That would certainly put us into initiative if you were trying to do that. Which you are welcome to begin to do if you would like, but that is going to, at this point in time, with how he's looking, probably cause the fight to break out in earnest.
Yeah, but would that allow him to use?
It would not allow it to be used in advance, no.
No, for initiative.
Oh,
Like what?
I would allow,
Like occultism or?
yeah, I would allow a magic skill to be used if you are actively trying to cast a spell and that is what causes initiative to be rolled. So,
I mean, it seems, yeah, I think I will. I mean, he called us all sacrifices, so
Yeah.
all right.
Seems valid.
Then let's.
yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump into initiative here. And since you are planning to cast this and want to do something a little bit funky here, Vigo, on that left side of your character sheet where the initiative button is, you should see a drop down where it says perception right now, and you can change that to, I believe you are an arcane caster? No, you're an occult caster. So you could switch that to occultism and roll that for initiative if you would like. Which would be slightly better than your perception, I believe.
Right. Sorry, initiative. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
And
Yeah,
you
it
did
is
say you're
quite a-
dancing. I will allow performance for initiative.
I didn't get to roll my check, but thank you.
Hey, if
I
you want to
also
roll a
forgot-
performance check on top of it, I'm more than happy to see it.
I definitely could have healed Raglan, but I forgot about it. I could have used Searing Restoration on him.
Ah, you could have. If you want to retroactively do that, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but that would mean I'd take 10 minutes to repair it too.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah, I'm the healer after all. I gotta.
You got to
to
remember
heal.
these things.
I gotta remember. Okay, wait. Let's set up. Here we go. Oh, it's only 1d10. 6 hit points to
Awesome.
Raglan.
Do I still have guidance?
No guidance, but you should have the scout effect giving you a bonus.
All right, I might as well.
Do
go
I need
through the
to
whole
put
thing.
that in the? Do
we're
I need
good.
to?
If you are rolling the initiative button, it should be toggled on automatically.
Okay.
Hey, fantastic. And Click Clock, you don't become unstable, so there's no need to spend that time.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
There's my dance moves. Not great.
Unfortunately,
interrupted
not
by-
great.
Let's see, and then initiative.
Interrupted by magic.
Oh, yikes.
Phenomenal. Well, Rannig and Brend, you're actually both the first to act. So initiative has Rannig going first, but you guys can determine what you would like. As
Also,
oh.
quick tempered.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Click Clock, if you would like your free recall knowledge here.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know the deal with the guys in the back. They're
Yeah,
just
the
little
regular
fucking
ye old
losers.
level -1 cultists.
They're losers with rusty daggers.
Yeah,
so
they can gang up on
all-
you guys. Keep that in mind.
They can. That is true.
What are you trying to figure out about Lord Ragnulf?
High save, low save.
High save, low save. Taking a look at him, it's unfortunately a bit hard to tell. I mean, he looks a bit crazy right now, so it's up to you to determine
yeah,
whether
no
that
shit.
means he's got a high will. He is also wearing heavy armor, so whether that affects his
up
reflex or
strong.
not, you're not certain.
Hmm.
But the choice is yours. Runnig and Brend, as Vigo begins to cast magic, Nur's face falls and he grips the warhammer. Bring their blood out for our lord! And the two of you are first to act.
All right. If you
Love it
want,
when-
Jan, I could get him debuffed for you.
You can go first. That's fine with me.
All right. I will attempt to demoralize Lord Ranagwolf. as my
Lord
first
Ranagwolf?
action. Ranagwolf. I don't know what his name is. Ragnulf.
Ragnulf?
Ragnulf.
His name is
Yeah.
Nur Ragnulf.
No, Ragnulf. You don't know who you're dealing with. I'll attempt to demoralize him.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I will, I'll hero point that.
sure.
Let me just do it again.
Yeah.
And I'll detract it from my sheet automatically. Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Hey,
My God.
it's even
Let's do
funnier
that.
the second time.
As you look at him, and for the briefest of moments, with that nat 20, I'm going to actually ask you to give me a perception check, Rannig.
Yeah. My best skill.
As a free action, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks pissed.
Oh. Okay. What
Like-
was he supposed to look?
Definitely staggering and looks a bit cowed by your words, but more than anything looks angry to you.
Okay. Huh. Well, I will spend action number 2 striding up this way.
Yeah.
And then action number 3, we will attempt to disarm or trip. These are both amazing things.
Both are good.
I
However-
will disarm.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're in flanking position, then...
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It would
The
be
trip will help
Alrighty.
everybody.
The trip would help everyone. The frightened making that an exact success, Rannig.
that is crazy.
Uh,
All right, well that's Rannig.
Yeah, pulling his grip on his warhammer a little bit. And Brend, go commit violence.
Go do a crime. Brent's kind of been like edging over towards this door with like a hand on his head while this conversation has been going on, like
Mhm.
clearly trying, just feeling very uncomfortable. Before eventually he kind of just falls to his knees, turns around, and there's like an inhuman, almost like banshee wail as he's going to just leap at this guy.
Fantastic.
I love it.
As
Oh my
you
goodness.
are letting out that wail, Brend, there is a voice in the back of your head. That is no true believer. Show him his place.
Well, I will attempt. I live to serve, you know. So I will make it. As yeah, it's almost like in like a hunched over, very unnatural stance. Gonna try to hit him with the falchion.
If you say so.
I say so.
He speaks.
That is in fact a hit. Big damage.
For 9 damage
Not
and
the
1
bleed.
persistence. Yeah.
Thus it begins.
Yes. And then kind of carry the motion through and hit this guy here, because why not? Sweep and
Take
force.
that sweep and forceful, yeah. Absolutely. I do also want to remind you guys, I know you all have your favorite weapons so far. You do have a +1 greatsword in the party stash that you picked up.
shit.
So you do have an
Right.
enchanted weapon that you could use. But hey, you've been doing just fine so far, so who am I to judge? Uh-oh.
What about that?
16 points of
Just
damage. Well, technically
immediately
17 because I
bisects.
didn't have the forceful. Yeah, as
It
I
does
guess
not
it like
matter.
glances up and just beheads the poor guy.
Yup.
As yeah, I guess Ranog would be closest to see it. Bren's face is very contorted. There are a few veins visible, kind of turning red, and his eyes are bloodshot.
Okay. So, not the best Wednesday morning.
Not the best Wednesday morning, no.
Like, he
Which is
seems
hilarious
fine.
considering it's a Friday afternoon.
I don't know
True.
time.
It's like 3 in the afternoon.
As yeah, that'll end the turn for me.
Fantastic. Click clock. We are over to you.
All right, I'm gonna Eureka and try to recall knowledge again.
Eureka.
What are you trying to figure out?
I'm looking for special abilities.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look at him, he definitely seems a little bit crazy at the moment. There is certainly something he could do with that. Notably, actually, what you get with that roll is the absence of an ability. From what you've been told, Lord Ragnulf was a cleric of Zuriel, which means he should theoretically have magic. You see no holy symbol nor divine presence around him at the moment to denote him having the ability to cast a spell. But he may be able to invoke some of his rage and craze into his blows to frighten those he strikes.
Be wary.
He has
He's
intimidating
scary when he
strike.
hits you. He has intimidating strikes.
Good to know.
All right, and then
I don't really know how to
overdrive.
describe that. Yeah, this guy can frighten people when he hits them.
Oh my gosh, another crit
Hey,
success.
2 in a
I
row.
Love it. Love it. All right, then I will command assistant. Will run in
Yeah.
and it's just gonna fucking punch.
I want to see Rennig disarm someone at some point and assistant run up and suplex them. That's my dream for this campaign.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
man.
a 12
Or-
will miss.
Session's almost over. Okay.
Use the
There you
hero points. Uh-oh. That hits just barely misses the crit, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Point it again. I'm just kidding.
But still good damage.
Boom.
This guy's
And then,
taking blows.
he's just in range for a laser strike.
Awesome. He is going to have lesser cover, unfortunately.
Ah, shucks.
Just because assistant is in the way.
All right, well. That's a 1.
Oh.
I don't think it will change things.
Dang it. Okay, well.
Your eyes just sort of short out slightly and cause you to jerk a little bit.
Yeah, it never happens, I swear.
But that is going to bring us to one of the cultists. Specifically, this idiot right here, who is going to use his first action to draw his dagger, because they did not have them out, and is going to strike at you, Rennig. Because they
They
have...
critted me last time.
I know. They have gang up, so you are technically flanked by them here. Or at the very least, you are off guard to them. But this time, they are unfortunately going to miss. And they will use their last action to step into a flanking position for Lord Ragnulf.
I'm going to use my future reaction called Reactive Strike.
That is why they stepped.
Oh, but he drew his dagger. I could have got him when he drew his dagger.
You could have got him when he drew his dagger. It's a pity you don't have that feat yet.
Not for several level.
That is going to bring us to Lord Ragnulf's turn, who is going to use his first action to readjust his grip on his weapon. And then he's going to use his last 2 actions to go for an intimidating strike on you, Rannig, as he raises his warhammer high and tries to slam it into your chest, at the same time shouting out, "My lord only needs to touch the blade soul to turn them to dust."
Oh dear. Can I borrow Ragwin's Nimble Dodge?
No.
Okay.
So scary.
But he's going to whiff anyways. Tragically. And he's not cool enough to get a villain point, so that's just his turn.
Oh, there's 2
Ragwin.
actions for intimidating strike. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a 2-action intimidating strike. He bleeds!
And he fixed his grip.
He did. Yeah, he fixed his grip and took a 2-action strike.
Nice. Action wasting is great.
We love action wasting. Ragwin, that will bring us to your turn.
All right.
Look at how much blood from this guy, from Brent's strike. Goodness gracious.
Come over here.
I think we're about to see a lot more blood, y'all.
Yo.
Cultists are very hydrated.
Start the flank train.
Yes.
I do think like the amount of splatter is based off of the like damage the damage roll, not just the amount they take. But that's a hit.
I was like, I'm watching you, Danny. We'll roll maximum damage there.
7 points of damage is not quite enough to kill. He's still standing. Let's go.
Gotta tap him harder, Wagwin.
Oh, still hits. Nice.
That still hits.
Double slice.
These guys aren't wearing any cool armor.
That shouldn't have the precision damage. I think.
It should. You get sneak attack as long as you are hitting a flanked enemy.
Yeah. As many times as you need.
So you just get it constantly if they're off guard.
Damn. With that.
And
What is
that will be enough to
Double
bash
slice?
this guy's skull.
Pretty good.
Double slice is pretty
That
fun.
was my turn.
Awesome. Do in the future actually just make sure you let me know if you're doing double slice first. I suppose you're pretty much always going to do it because it does combine their damage, which is important.
Oh, okay.
Because
Or
I
like
have
resistance and stuff.
Yeah, it would have been. I don't think it came up at all, but it would have been really good against like the animated armor from earlier. I also have a very fun button where I can combine the damage rolls
Oh, cool.
together specifically for that purpose, which is just fun. All right, that is going to bring us to this guy right here.
You say
Who-
that like he's got a special ability.
No, but he's not. He's gonna come over here, and he's gonna fiddle with the device on the altar.
Uh-oh.
Use 2 actions to specifically crit fail disabling it. Or even just regular fail, it doesn't need to be. Which will specifically trigger the apparatus. That ticking sound begins to grow in intensity into a sort of discordant buzzing as the gears begin to grind and churn faster. The blades and limbs moving in a frantic dance. And all of you, as it does so, immediately feel your mouths fill with an almost unpleasant taste of rust. I need
Ooh, I
everyone
didn't
to
see that
give me
coming.
a fortitude save. Look, I'm going to be saying the word rust so damn much in this, okay? No judgment.
From my sheet.
Able the device that harms us? That's never a good sign.
The reaction of this specifically triggered when an attempt to disable it fails.
You knew what he was doing. Where did I roll? Oh, I think I shall hero point that one.
Ah,
Oh, wait.
shucks.
Not assistant.
No,
There we go.
not assistant.
And Vigo, there's a lot of stuff in front of it now, but there is a fortitude save button in chat. If you would click that for me, please.
Oh, you put it in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, I will, as often as I possibly can, put buttons, because it'll tell you if you or it'll tell you whether you succeed or not. And it'll typically turn on any relevant feats or abilities you have as well.
Is guidance used on this, or
You have only guidance immunity right now, so you actually can't have guidance for about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that little faded effect right now. So you are welcome to keep that crit fail if you want. You do also have hero points, which are free rerolls. You have 3 of them per session, and when you use them, they guarantee you a basically 11 or higher on the die. So if you would like to, you're welcome to use one here.
yeah, I will.
Awesome. Go ahead and right-click that roll in chat, which will give up a little menu, and you want to hit reroll using a hero point.
Right
You
click
might have
what?
to. Oh, sorry.
Where you have
Sorry.
the roll in chat, so where it came out as a 5, just anywhere in that little message you can right-click, and it should bring up
Reroll using a
drop-down menu.
hero point.
Yes.
The one.
Fantastic. All right. We have Assistant, Nur, and this guy failing the saves, all of whom will become sickened from the taste.
Can assistant be sickened?
Assistant can indeed... Oh, no, Assistant is immune to sickened. You are right. So, assistant, you are all fine. And hilariously, this guy who was prepared for it is also fine. However, the apparatus has also now rolled initiative.
He does not have olfactory senses. He's fine.
Which that will bring us to your turn, Vigo.
Right. Can you remind me how Unleash Psyche works?
Yeah, you
again?
do that as a free action on the start of your turn. You have to have cast a spell on your last turn to do it, though. So you can not do it on your first turn in combat, typically.
Okay.
But if you cast a spell this turn, assuming it gets back to your next turn, you would be able to unleash it to get a damage bonus on your spells and to be able to use some of your actions like calculate threats.
Right. So I initially was going to try to disarm Lord, what was his name?
Ragnulf.
Ragnulf. I was going to try to disarm him, but if I'm reading this correctly, that's an amp heightened that I can only do that at 4th level.
Let's see.
Oh, shucks.
I believe telekinetic hands issue is that you cannot attempt to disarm it. Let me check the amps for it.
I'm reading it from the Path Builder app also. I think it says something different there.
Yes, that is when you can cast 4th rank spells. You can attempt to disarm using it. So at 7th level, you'll be able to.
Gotcha. Okay.
Got some time before then.
Yeah, for now,
Yeah.
The amp of it can shove people. And it also just can carry more than usual.
Okay.
Gotta do something else, I guess.
Yeah. Phase Bolt would be decent. That allows you to ignore the cover being provided by everyone sort of surrounding him. You also have Telekinetic Projectile as just a very strong damaging cantrip from your...
if I get to a diagonal position...
Yeah, there would be no cover. That would be perfect.
Okay. And, I will use Telekinetic Projectile on Ragnall.
Fantastic.
Let me figure that out.
You just hit the cast button.
How does the amping work? I don't know Psychic very well.
Amping effectively uses a focus point to buff the spell with different effects, depending on what they are. So, TK Projectile, if you do the basic amp for it, it pushes the target on a hit as well. Make sure
and
you're
with
targeting
projectile,
Lord
with this projectile, I have to select a physical item in the map, right?
I typically assume there's something around you can throw at him.
Okay.
Or a lot of times I imagine casters with TK Projectile have items on their person specifically for throwing.
Yeah.
Coins are the best. Throw money at your problems. Or just rocks. Rocks are always good.
Okay, attack.
Target and attack. Ooh. Oh, nice.
Fantastic. That's a hit. Actually, just barely misses the crit. But go ahead and roll that damage.
Damn. It would have been 2 crits that would have landed.
I know. If he had been knocked prone.
Yeah, come on.
I managed to scam you all. Fantastic. As the whatever object you've chosen slams into the side of Ragnulf and causes him to sort of stumble against the altar. That does it for your turn, I believe. So that is going to bring us to the final cultist before we're back to Brand. Which this idiot right here is sickened. He's not going to bother trying to overcome it. He's just going to run forward, draw his dagger, and try and stab it into you, Rannig.
Oh, he's so rude.
Which misses again. I love level -1 creatures. Let's go.
The best creatures. Let's go.
Rannig, we are back up to you at the top of initiative.
Okay.
You got Ragnar's both Frightened 1 and Sickened 1 in front of you. And also looking pretty injured.
I don't think Bren is going to spare his life. So I'm going to try to hit him non-lethally.
Sure.
He's already frightened, so I can't really debuff him there. He's already off guard to me. There's not really anything else I can do to debuff him. So we'll just go with the non-lethal.
And sickened.
Yeah, I think Sickened and Frightened don't stack, though.
They are both status effects, or status penalties, correct.
Yeah, but he's extra fucking lame.
Yeah, so we'll try to do this non-lethally.
You've just given me this episode's title, Click Clock. Extra fucking lame.
Oh, thank goodness.
That is an exact hit because of Sickened and Off Guard.
Nice.
All right.
For
11 damage.
Total damage. It's not quite enough to drop him. He's shakily still standing.
Wilp!
He tried to spare you. Oh well.
I tried.
Unless Brand misses.
I don't think he will.
Or
It's Brand.
Oh. Yeah. I will turn to Mook. Oh, Mook's already sickened, so I don't have to frighten him either.
I know.
I'll turn to Mook and let's see. Maybe we'll try to. I'm not gonna. I'll just let Brand kill the guy, I guess. Brand, don't kill him. Don't kill him, Brand. I'm sure he'll listen to me. We need him alive. And I will feint against this Mook atop me.
Okay. Make him off guard to a strike.
Try.
That is a success.
Okay. And then with the momentum of me flail, this one is not going to be non-lethal. I don't care about this guy. I will use it. I'll get a little sweep action in here too.
We have so much sweep in this party.
Oh, that was for nothing.
Unfortunately, slamming sort of into the altar as he stumbles backwards and tries to stop himself from vomiting slightly.
That's me.
All right, Brend. How much violence do you commit?
All the violence, unfortunately.
Fair
Can't really justify a different amount of violence.
Yes, is the answer.
Yeah.
He may survive. That just barely missed.
He might.
There's a chance.
No, I'll play nice. I'm not going to hero point. Second attack.
he's so disabled.
Oh. Brenda swinging at him is just... He's barely managing to sort of dodge out of the way.
I'll go for 3. Why not? Go do it for the flavor.
Surely you'll be rewarded.
No.
No.
Never.
Nor should you be.
Desperately trying to
Not
murder
really.
this man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Click clock. That brings us to you as you actually notice Brend perhaps struggling to swing his blade at the moment. His body not quite responding how he wants it to.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. All right, well. No, watching that happen, I guess the first thing I'll have to do is command assistant.
Yeah.
Assistant's going to go for a non-lethal bonk.
Okay. And don't forget, you can use 2 actions when you command assistant if you want to give assistant 3. That is something fun you can do.
I only want to give him 1 action.
We don't love him enough to give him 2.
I don't know how to turn on non-lethal for assistant.
Did I forget to put that on his sheet? I'm sorry, give me 1 moment.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. I assume it's not a non-lethal attack normally, I think. right?
Correct. His attacks are not inherently non-lethal.
Yeah. Even though they are.
Assistant is built for lethality.
Yes, he is.
Oof,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
But that'll
Give me
hit.
the bonk. Give me the bonk damage.
Fantastic. That will certainly knock him unconscious as he is slammed into the altar. His head cracks the side of it, and he slumps to the ground. Now, of course, there is the mild concerning fact that he is still bleeding out.
All right.
But for the moment, he's unconscious.
Assistant is going to use his. Oh man, would that heal him? I don't want to heal him. Because that would bring him back up.
Normally, you could do like administer first aid if he needed to be stabilized.
The thing is, assistant can use searing restoration.
That would bring him back up.
We don't want that.
Typically, to get rid of someone's persistent damage, you would want to give them assisted recovery, which is a 2-action activity that gives them pretty much an immediate check to reduce the persistent or get rid of their persistent damage.
Searing restoration. Let's see. Oh, it can attempt immediate check, so it doesn't heal it, but it allows him to. Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, he's not going to do it. Which is 2 actions to administer first aid or whatever. So, Click Clock can't do it either. Assistant's gonna just run around. How far can he move? 10 feet. 10 feet. 5 feet.
Phenomenal. And then you yourself have 2 actions.
I have 2 actions, so I can't go up and heal this guy. I would like to recall knowledge on the device. Can I do that?
Sure.
You're on target. See if I know what's going on with that thing.
It's some sort of like weird, very old apparatus. You have a pretty solid idea off rip that you could use to either yourself or walk an ally through either a thievery or crafting check to try and cause the machine to sort of seize up and break slightly so it no longer works. Otherwise, you see that it has some of those spider-like appendages have lenses on the ends of them, specifically designed, much like your eyes, for focusing light into a damaging beam.
What? Sorry, spider-like appendages where?
You can't see them on the map, but it has a number of like spider legs, almost mechanical spider legs and twitching blades splaying out from it.
Oh, okay.
It does not look nearly as nice as it looks on the map, let me tell you.
Looks way crazier. All right, well, I have one more action. I'm just going to get over here in position to disable device or heal the dude.
Absolutely. Fantastic. That's actually going to bring us to the apparatus's turn.
Cool.
It's going to shoot lasers at people.
I declare it an ally. It is an ally.
It does not consider you an ally.
You should reconsider.
I declare it an ally. No,
Got some gold. How much does it need?
Now, here's the great thing. It chooses its targets entirely randomly, which means it can also choose the enemies in here.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So we're going to fully leave it up to the dice. 1, 2, 3. We've got 8 people in here. We're going to leave it up to some d8s. It gets 3 attacks. Of course, map does apply, so it doesn't matter what order this is in. First attack is going to be against Runelords.
Should have opened my mouth.
Second attack is going to be against Click Clock.
No.
I feel like
Third
this is
attack
targeting us.
is going to be against Ragwin.
Yeah, this is targeting us. It's not. It's a lie.
Wait, I thought it was an ally.
I declared it an ally.
Yeah, it's
It
an
shoots me
ally
in the
to
face.
me. Get shot, idiot. A rusty light beam, as its attack is called.
What?
What is that rusty light? I guess orange colored.
It literally
Alright.
describes it just as rust-colored light. I don't know, man.
Oh, it hits me in the shoulder.
They're really, they took the name Rusthenge and said, how much can we make a GM say rust? This is not fire damage, though. This is specifically void damage to you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
And
Void
it'll be
damage I like.
12 total void damage to you.
That's a good chunk of damage.
And then we're going to shoot Click Clock.
Miss.
It was almost
Yes.
a 19 on the die. And then we're going to shoot Ragwin also. Ragwin, this is your first time being
Also
attacked.
miss.
I believe you have your reaction if you would like to nimble dodge.
Yes, I activated it.
Fantastic. I don't think it mattered. It would have missed either way. And that... I am actually going to ask Raneg for you to give me a fortitude save as the beam of light hits you.
All right. I wonder what this is for.
Nothing.
What?
Nothing at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Alright.
perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. Ragwin! Commit copious amounts of violence.
Alright, I think I'll move here,
Okay.
and I'll double slice.
All right, I am going to give this guy some lesser cover here, because you are swinging through Raneg. But he will be, of course, off guard because of assistant. So, yippee yahoo waha. First slice. Yep.
He dead.
Oh, so dead.
It won't matter. Oh my.
Well, go ahead and roll your second attack, because if it hits 2, we get to combine the damage and see how much you really do. How much do you kill this guy?
Why not?
Pieces of him fly everywhere.
Yeah. Ooh. Unfortunately, the fact that you're hitting through Rannig makes it not crit on the second hit. But that's a total of 40 damage you deal to a guy with 11 health. Just
All right.
immediately
Misery.
obliterated.
Yikers.
Woof.
God, Ragwin.
Fantastic. That gives us our last guy still standing here. He is a fanatic.
Would you like to join our party?
No, he's going to fight to the death.
Ah. Darn it.
I know. Which also means he's going to stab you, Click Clock. He's going to draw his dagger and try and stick it in between your ribs if you have them.
Joke's on you, I'm already rusty.
He misses. He'll fucking do it again.
There's a 20 on every die.
Not on his.
It was close.
As he tries to stab you twice, and the blade just sort of breaks as it touches your armor. Don't let your stuff get too
body.
rusty, kids. Okay, I'm sorry, your body.
Yeah, it's body.
Vigo, that brings us back to you. There is
Okay.
only one enemy left standing at the moment.
But the contraption is still.
Oh, the contraption is absolutely still activating. Why would it not be? Which I hear, I'll even give you guys an icon if you want to attack it. Surely that's a good idea.
It's a bear trap.
It's generic hazard icon.
I would like to recall knowledge on the contraption.
Sure. Is there anything extra you're looking for? Because Click Clock's already got a solid idea on what it does and how to take care of it.
Oh,
So just
Did
before you
he-
spend the action.
What-
Yeah. Typically
Would I
when
know?
recall knowledge is done, I consider that the information is immediately shared with the whole group.
right. Okay.
So
Then I don't need to do that then.
if you wanted to, you could run up to it into melee adjacent to it and use 2 actions to try and disable it if you wanted to. That is a 2-action ability.
Yeah, I can't. do that.
I will try to use my agile telekinetic hands to do that.
Oh,
from a
yes.
different-
From your spell trickster.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can absolutely use it to attempt to disable a device. Now, you do take a -2 penalty to the check when you do that.
That's okay.
But absolutely, I will go ahead and give you that thievery check as you spend 1 action to... Actually, So realistically, the way that would work is you spend, I believe, 2 actions to actually cast the telekinetic hand and pick up the Thieves' Toolkit with it as part of that. But you would not then have the required 2 actions to attempt to disable a device this turn with it. That is the downside of that.
That's okay. I'll start doing that.
Sure, absolutely, yeah. Use your magic to go ahead and get your tools ready to try and disable it next turn.
Okay, so I didn't need to press cast. Sorry.
It's fine to cast anyways. Puts it in chat for everyone to read. All
right.
your funny little buffs to telekinetic hand.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And do you have anything you would then like to do with your third action?
I guess I'll throw up a shield on myself in case one of
why
those
not?
lasers tries to get me.
The one guy with a knife?
Or that game. He's kind of far away, but yeah.
Hey, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, and you can just go ahead and drag that spell effect shield on yourself. It'll buff your AC. And you do not need to put the immunity on yourself yet.
There we go. Okay.
Fantastic. You're getting the hang of things quick. Ranig, the choice is yours of what to do here. There's a single cultist
Is it
left
always?
standing. Not always.
Watch this. Okay. I shall move here.
To the little
I
Irish
don't-
jig around the altar.
That was the Wicked Witch of the West theme, but yes, Irish jig.
Look, man, it's a perfectly normal time of day. I have no excuse. Anyways.
Here is yeah, I ain't caring about whether it's lethal or not, non-lethal.
Okay.
So we'll just wacky thwacky.
That is an
we'll drop
exact
him.
crit.
Hate to be him.
Oh, we're getting so many crits today. Oh
that's
boy.
max damage. All right, well he gone.
He did.
Every
then,
time Ragwin crits, you immediately follow up with a crit of your own,
Yes.
just so he can't outshine you.
We've got I've got a mod on that does that.
So you're the person cheating in my games.
Mhm, I have the copy mod on.
Ah.
All right, and then I will say a quick prayer to Zortavon, and I'll also cast Shield on myself.
Fantastic. Brend, that will bring us to you. You have Lord Ragnolf, who is unconscious on the ground in front of you.
Dead. He's dead, as far as Brenda's concerned.
Well, nice kill, assisting.
And this weird apparatus shooting lasers at the people around you also.
Apparatus.
The voice in your head is not technically controlling you yet. You do still have some sense of reason to yourself.
Yeah. I don't think there's much I could do to disable the
Yeah.
apparatus. Kind of like attack it, or
You can always try to attack it and break it physically.
Yeah, I'll do that. It just works. It simply works.
Yeah.
What can you say?
Hey, these things have
Barbarian
stats for being hit. I have an AC on this thing.
I think you broke it.
That will absolutely hit it. Realistically, flanking it would be if someone were right over here. And it actually doesn't matter because this thing has crit immunities because it's an object, so whatever. Ignore
fair
me.
enough.
Your weapon is not a deadly or fatal weapon, I don't believe.
It is not. No.
Yeah, that would be the only reason it would matter. Definitely takes a small amount of damage. It is an object, so it has a hardness, of course, and it does not bleed, but you do whack it. Whack it good.
Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah. I guess I'll try to attack. Yeah, I'll try to attack it again. I suppose.
not?
I don't really have like anything
Yeah.
that I can.
Would you like
skill-wise
to
contribute
move
the
here
battle.
into a flanking position first? It does not matter that is an exact hit.
I don't believe in flanking.
Uh-huh.
9 more. Yeah.
Getting a little bit of damage through. Certainly impacting it, which is going to bring us to Nur's turn, which does nothing except cause him to actively start bleeding out. at the end of his turn.
I did have one more action, not to be that guy, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. What would you like to do with it? My brain fell out of my head.
No, that's alright, no worries. I was gonna... Actually, you know what? I was just gonna move. Probably... No, I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Because I'm setting
if
up
you
a
would
flank.
like to, depending on if Click Clock is going to try and disable it or not, you're whacking it. I would certainly allow a hit from your weapon to act as an aid check to disable it, if you would like to.
Yeah, I was gonna aid.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Why not?
Fantastic.
I'm considering healing the guy who's bleeding out on the ground, but
Oh, well.
I can't do both.
The choice is yours, Click Clock. What will you do?
Jeez, well, Click Clock sees the device shooting lasers at his friends, and then the man bleeding out to death on the ground. And he sees an opportunity for innovation. When he sees a body that is flawed, he must fix it with technology. Sorry. I'm gonna heal the guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna do yes, improve what is flawed. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll do administer first aid.
Sure.
Not to heal him because I don't
Just
want him to come
to
back
stabilize.
up. Yeah, just to stabilize.
Fantastic. Are you trying to stabilize him or stop the bleeding specifically?
Stop the bleeding. If
Okay.
I stabilize him, I'll give him HP because I have that ability.
Oh, because you're Lepidstadt surgeon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
First aid. Yeah, here we go.
I feel
I'm
like you
pretty
should be
good
able to
at
choose whether you do that or not. 20 will absolutely success, which means he gets an immediate assisted recovery, which means he is making a DC 10 flat check immediately to overcome the bleed.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, he's dead.
He doesn't want to.
Oh,
Wait, is he dying again?
Yes, because he bled, so he's at dying 1 right now.
Oh my god. That is a terrible.
This
what?
this
Mr.
one right
Head
here
only-
does not make that worse for him.
Oh,
He only hit
yeah.
dying 1 at the end of his turn.
Yeah, well, maybe I
You did
should have
good.
administered.
You did
first
good,
aid.
Will. You just didn't roll well. It's his fault.
It really is. You have a lot of hero points, Click Clock. We're basically at the end of session. If you would like to spend one to allow him to re-roll this, I will more than allow you to do so.
But he's still dying. I still have to heal him up next turn.
Yeah, but anyone could do that.
Okay, I will. Sure. Yeah. Thank you, generous GM.
I am nothing if not benevolent.
These yeah. I'll let you do it because I don't think I can do it. So,
Yeah, just reduce one of your hero points manually,
yes. Done.
which absolutely succeeds for him this time, causes him to overcome the bleeding. He's still dying, but he'll have recovery checks as per normal, of course, and is simply unconscious on the floor.
Well, disable device is 2 actions, so I guess
It
I'll
is.
just command assistant to attack the device.
Yeah. I mean, you could have...
Why not?
Is assistant trained in crafting? Or
No,
thievery?
not
No.
yet.
Ah, that's a shame.
Not until I hit level 15.
Okay, we're almost there.
It's real
Yeah,
soon.
almost there. It's real soon. Okay.
Yeah, you can absolutely attack it. I'll just
Well,
put
we're
off
turning
guard
off
on it.
Turning off non-lethal because
Lethally break the machine.
yes, I'm gonna lethally destroy this device. Woo!
That absolutely hits. And absolutely deals a bit of damage to it.
and then we'll do a blade strike. 'cause
Okie
it's
doke.
agile.
Hey, good old agile.
And misses.
Unfortunate.
All right, that's it.
Alrighty, the apparatus goes again, and I get to randomly target people for murder, my favorite pastime. First strike will be at Ragwin. Second strike will be at Clicklock. And the third strike will be at Brand. Ragwin, the first strike is coming at you.
All right.
Hugh. And was a natural 2. I think I whiffed.
Nice.
Click block,
I
get
knew
shot.
I made the right choice. No.
Bang!
No. Stop it.
Ooh, I rolled a 16.
No.
Yippee!
Multiple attack penalty,
That was multiple attack penalty.
and it's not fair.
It's a 2 and a 1 on 2d6 plus 5. You're fine.
At least it wasn't max damage
Ouch.
like somebody else's was.
Yours was not max, good sir.
Oh, I thought it was 2d6. It's my
It's
bad.
2d6 plus 5.
Oh, I wasn't even close.
No,
Oh, so I was-
the max is
I- I-
17.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially 34 on a crit. And then Brend gets shot.
Ah,
Bang!
they do.
No.
It misses.
Big whiffs.
I like
You know.
All right.
Matrix bend backwards, looking very horror movie-esque.
Fantastic. Well, this is the only enemy left, and you guys have a whole round ahead of you. So I'll leave it up to you if you would like to continue rolling, or I think it's pretty fair to, between you, either disable or destroy it before it gets a turn back around. I'm happy to do some rolling if you guys would like, but if you are fine with just assuming, I'm A-okay with that too.
Let's see what Vigo's
Yeah!
check would have been.
Fantastic.
Can I stabilize him without healing him?
Yeah, I will
Allowed?
say, I'm going to allow you to do that.
Cool.
The Bishtat Surgeon.
Doesn't say it.
It really is a win. It's not in you can. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you would get your hero point. Part of Lepidstadt Surgeon is when you administer first aid to stop bleeding, they get to roll twice and take the better result.
Oh.
Look at that.
How convenient.
How convenient. Yeah. Vigo, if you want to roll that disable a device check here to see how well it goes, you are welcome to do so.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got
Your,
you got
your
all
magic
set up
hand.
for it.
Yeah. Now, you do take a -2 circumstance penalty, which is something you'll have to manually add into that roll dialogue.
Okay.
Actually, Agile Hand is already there. You just turn that on. And it'll activate for you.
Yeah, I checked. There's a checkbox for Agile Hand.
Yep.
I checked it.
God, I love it when Foundry actually works. Imagine.
Okay, I'm trying to. Do I select thievery?
Yeah. So there is a
Thiev-
thievery button in
disable
chat.
device. Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah. I will, as often as possible, put buttons in chat for you guys.
Hey.
And what a way to end it.
Yeah.
Vigo sort of standing back as the rest of you are sort of whacking and working on this box, creating a magically produced hand, taking your tools and moving them over, sort of sliding them up between everyone, and just jamming a big rod right into the center of the device that stops the whole thing, makes it belch a bit of smoke, and with a horrible sort of grinding of the gears, the entire thing shudders to a stop. And thus, you all are left here in the blood-soaked chamber with multiple corpses, the unconscious form of Lord Ragnolf.
I succeeded. We're good.
Look at you guys go! My God.
Wow, what a great way to use the 20th.
I'm so proud of you guys. And many, many doors in different directions pointing out places you could go, places to check out, some injuries on yourselves to potentially take a look at, and decisions to make on where to go next. But we will decide what to do next session, as I think that is a perfect little stopping point for today.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for playing. I do so hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
And
That's great. Thanks for joining us, Brendan.
yes, welcome,
Yeah, of course.
welcome. Glad to have you, and excited to see how this party evolves and what you guys all end up doing.
Yeah.
Well, seems like you proved your worth, Vigo.
Oh,
Welcome to the
thank you.
team.
Glad you think so.
All right. Have a great rest of your week, everyone, and I'll see you all next Monday.
All right.
Bye.